As an ecologist, for 50 years, I have dedicated my life to first understand how nature works, and second, act according to her laws. This is what has guided everything I have done, with the deepest of love, the deepest of care, and the highest consciousness and compassion for all beings on earth. We are living through abnormal times. And this abnormality has been brought on us because for a few centuries, those who had power imagined that we are separate from the earth. We are masters and owners and can manipulate her, that the earth is dead and inert. As a consequence, for palm oil and GMO soya from the Amazon, forests were invaded everywhere. The system of the forests was disrupted, including viruses that lived safely on animals. And they became the pandemics that are threatening human life. They became the Ebolas and the HIVs, the Zikas and the SARS, and now, of course, the COVID-19. But the abnormal did not begin with just an infection, because our bodies are amazing, resilient living systems. But they have been weakened by a bad food system which ignored the fact that we are part of the earth, not separate from her. That the laws that maintain the health of our body are the same laws that maintain the health of the forest, of the planet as a whole. From the cell to the planet to the cosmos, there is one continuum of harmony. And I was taught this by a tribal peasant who gave the name Navdanya to the movement I started for saving seeds. If you look at the data, most people who are victims of the pandemic are victims of chronic diseases. Chronic diseases are a result of treating our bodies as empty vessels to stuff anything into it. Food is defined as stuff, as fuel. Our bodies are defined as a machine, but our bodies are intelligent systems. And the chronic diseases are increasing the morbidity. So if there's one thing we learn from the pandemic and the lockdown and the mortalities, it is we must respect the earth. We must respect our bodies. We must respect our food. All the cultures that have lasted and created well-being for all respected food. This applies to my civilization in India, and it applies to the amazing food culture and consciousness of Japan, which I've had the privilege to taste, experience, celebrate. We have to start healing our broken relationship with the earth, our broken relationships in society, where inequality at the level of economics has become so brutal that a handful of billionaires are controlling the entire economy. This is non-sustainable. But the same processes that are dividing us economically are also dividing us socially and culturally. We've never seen so much hate and fear in society as we are witnessing in our times. We can only start healing the planet and our relationships with each other when we become deeply aware that we are not atoms floating in an empty context. We are interconnected beings, and we are connected through our food. We are connected through the air that these green leaves give me. They take the carbon dioxide and give me the oxygen. The water that they conserve. The amazing lessons I learned from the first movement I got involved in called Chipko, where my sisters in the mountain came out to hug the trees and they said, timber is not the first product of the forest. Water and soil is the first product. That ecological function awareness is now coming into science. We have to work with the full recognition that life self-organizes in diversity, in cooperation, in mutuality, not in competition and not in conflict. We have to reclaim our earth beingness. After all, the world for soil is humus, and the word for human is derived from humus. We are human because we are of the earth. And this is the rupture that the Bacons and the Descartes and mechanistic science have created, the rupture we must overcome. All beings have rights because they are all living. The soil has rights, the water has rights, the air has rights. And we have a very beautiful peace prayer in India. May the peace of the space, may the peace of the skies, may the peace of the soil, may the peace of the vegetation, may the peace of the waters, may that peace be with you. That is the greeting I would like to send you as we seek our journey to a new normal. We will either have a new normal where we sow the seeds of earth democracy with deep awareness that the earth has rights, all her beings have rights, every human being, including future generations, have rights. Or we can think the powerful have rights to dominate, to crush, to exploit. And then we will be extinct, like the 200 other species that have gone extinct. The new normal is a choice we will make as humanity, conscious of our role in protecting the earth. Thank you, my loving greetings.